우리나라의 학업 성취도는 높지만 학업 흥미도는 매우 낮습니다. 그래서 우리 교육의 큰 숙제이기도 합니다. 세계 1위의 학업 성취도에 높은 학업 흥미까지 싱가포르 교육에 무엇이 이것을 가능하게 한 것일까요? 한 중학교의 수학 수업 시간, 선생님이 열정적으로 수업을 진행 중인데요. 누구보다 집중하고 있는 사람, NI에서 실습 온 예비교사입니다. 이번이 두 번째 실습이라는데요.
Remember, we learn mathematics is not just about solving for passing for examination or what. Okay, we're going to look at how this can be actually applied to the real world. Okay, how does this like quadratic equation, how to solve for real world?
In NIE, we learn a lot of theory, and here in the practicum, we are expected to link the theory into practice. So I feel that this 4 weeks here, I feel it's really no easy feat because as a class of 25 to 40 students, it is not easy because there are 40 students, which means there are 40 different individual learning needs to meet. I'm just trying to make sense of how to take whatever I've learned and construct a lesson that is most conducive for the students here as I spend my time here.
싱가포르 교사 교육에는 특징이 하나 있죠. 예비교사 양성뿐만 아니라 현직 교사의 전문성 강화를 지원하는 겁니다. 과연 학교는 어떻게 변하고 있을까요? 가장 큰 변화는 이동식 수업입니다. 과목별로 자신의 수준에 맞게 수업을 선택할 수 있죠. 중학교 3학년 화학 시간.
ChatGPT took the PSLE, and do you read the news? Pass or did you fail? Math, science fail. Okay, so ChatGPT fail PSLE, Math and Science, right? Or the topic. Okay, clear? What's the difference between?
중간고사까지 폐지되면서 신입교사 클래렌스 선생님은 학생들과 배움의 시간이 늘었습니다.
How many electrons are shared in a double covalent bond? Jonas, how many electrons are there in a single covalent bond? Single covalent bond. 2, right? How come 2?
Because they share.
They share. Okay, yeah. One atom will share 1 electron, the other atom share another electron, right? Okay, if you're not sure, just raise your hand. I'll go to you.
수업을 제가 실제로 와서 봤거든요. 선생님은 코칭을 하고 그 다음에 학생들이 주도적으로 대부분 그 참여를 하는데 아주 질서정연하게 잘 하고 있었어요.
Okay, can. Yeah, good.
일방적 강의보다 개별 학습 시간을 늘리면서 선생님의 역할은 점점 더 커지고 있습니다.
What is an ionic bond? I already thought who will be choosing. Oh, this two goes? At the end? The correct answers are, right? So the question is wrong, so you just write out. Okay, let me see the one that is wrong.
다행히 교실에 두 분의 선배 교사들이 계십니다.
Question 3, is it?
덕분에 학생들을 한 명도 놓치지 않고 수업을 할 수 있습니다.
I've never felt like I was alone in my teaching journey. There were teacher mentors, there were more senior teachers that were always guiding me to show me what are better ways to carry out different lessons. Even after graduating and after being a trained teacher in Singapore, the learning doesn't really stop.
학생들도 변화가 있습니다.
The answer is correct, but the explanation is wrong. Like error in the explanation.
I kind of feel like if the answer was correct, then the explanation will be correct. I don't know.
Maybe the answer can be correct, but like the explanation isn't like accurate.
Then I think we just put as. That means we put answer, then we put D, then we put bracket correct, but then there we put error.
혼자 문제를 풀기보다 친구와 설명을 하면서 수학적 사고를 배워갑니다. 중간고사 페이지, 상대평가에서 절대평가로 학생 개인의 강점을 찾는 교육으로 싱가포르는 그 첫 발을 내딛고 있습니다.
My dream as a child was to become a worldwide famous singer or dancer. Today we have this culture where everyone would encourage each other by saying 加油 or good luck together. It changed me as a person to knowing that during competitions, performances, we are not alone and that we will always have our friends by our side and we also have to encourage them.
이 새로운 교육 방식에 대해서 교사들과 학생들의 반응은 어떤가요?
Even though it's not easy for them, because now you have students from the different courses mixed up, right, in the same class, and they have to teach at a different pace, design different activities in every class, so the students can choose the activity that is best suited for them. So all that is more work for the teachers, to be honest, but they have been very, very supportive. And when the students come together to play together, to learn together, they no longer ask one another, oh, what is the stream that you are from? To them, they are just their friend.
지난 5월 테마색 중등학교에서는 특별한 학생 리더 수여식이 열렸습니다.
So today, on this special occasion, as leaders, I encourage you to find your source of strength to sustain you, so that you can be the strength for others when they most need you.
이전과 달라진 것이 있죠. 공부를 잘하고 성적이 좋아야 리더가 아닙니다. 분야가 다양해지는데요. 반 매니저도 있고 친구를 잘 돕는 리더도 있습니다. 성적만이 아닌 학생이 가진 다양한 재능으로 리더를 선발합니다. 학생 개인의 강점을 키우는 교육, 작지만 큰 변화입니다.
Teachers Pledge.
We, the teachers of Singapore, pledge that
We will be true to our mission to bring out the best in our students.
We will be exemplary in the discharge of our duties and responsibilities.
We will guide our students to be good and useful citizens of Singapore.
We will continue to learn and pass on the love of learning to our students.
we will win the trust, support, and cooperation of parents and the community so as to enable us to achieve our mission.
One, two, three.
Right,
Hi.
Hi.